Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Inside the Show, your source for all postseason news. Here's a recap of yesterday's playoff baseball. In the first game of this year's World Series, the Colorado Rockies pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they got a win over the Astros in Houston, 6-1. They now lead the series 1-0 heading into Game 2. And that's what's going on around baseball here in October. Join us again tomorrow for updates from around the postseason.
MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. Game 2 of the World Series between the Colorado Rockies and the Houston Astros. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci. And a chance now to check out the visiting Colorado Rockies. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, I really appreciate the tenacity that Ender Enciarte plays with. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. I love watching this guy.
Leading up for Colorado, center fielder, Esteban Ruiz.
Here comes the second baseman, Jose Altuve, to get things kicked off in the home half of inning number 1.
Second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Here comes the first pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Behind 0-2 now. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Enciarte's there. And that's the first out of the inning.
Batting second, center fielder, Dazzy.
So stepping in, Dazzy Dalton. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Now time to list the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Jerry Hillsdale.
Dero, Jerry Hillsdale might be one of the more solid everyday umpires in the league right now.
Yeah, I think he's one of the best in the business, Dan. High praise all around. You go into both meetings with the managers, and what do? They rave about Jerry Hillsdale.
Popped him up. Munkauskas in foul ground. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Batting third, left fielder.
At the plate, Jordan Alvarez. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Way in front of that fastball. Oh, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch coming up at his eye level.
Oh, you think? If you've got a good fastball like he does, that location can be really effective. It looks so tempting to the hitter, but making contact on that pitch can be very tough.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A bouncer up the middle. And the throw pulls him off the base, and the inning's going to continue.
Man, errors are never welcome. But to make one with 2 outs at the first is especially painful. Now your pitcher has to make extra throws, and that could make the difference in how long he lasts in this game.
Standing in, Mookie Betts, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. And this is knocked down on the mound. Fortunately, he's able to stick with it and get the out at first, and that'll put an end to the inning. 1 left for Houston. It remains 1-0.
Leading off for the Rockies, catcher, Wyatt Schmidt.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Breaking ball in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Hit in the air out to right. Betts has a read on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
Batting sixth, designated hitter, Ray Torres.
Play ball. 3
So digging in now, Isaac Paradis, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Takes a good curveball at the knees. Down the first baseline, Munkauskas comes up with it, and he'll step on first himself for the out. Digging in, Christian Walker.
Christian Walker.
First offering on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Yeah, nothing better, huh, guys? I guess maybe the crack of the bat, but I'm not as partial to that as most people. He looks good and loose out there to start this one.
Swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. And a fastball blew it right by him. Down.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Here's J.D. Martinez. Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball. We'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit if he was able to keep his hands back.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders. Striding in for the Rockies.
Getting off of the Rockies. Second baseman, Brendan Rodgers.
Stepping up to the plate, Wyatt Schmidt 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Now batting.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Schmidt.
Couldn't wait back, a swing and a miss. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. Alvarez is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies, as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Here's Javier Baez. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
The shortstop, Javier Baez.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a miss at a ball down. And it's fouled away. A ball and 2 strikes now. Just tried to freeze him with the fastball there. Pretty close. It's 2-2. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
In now, Austin Romine. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Boy, there's the perfect pitch right there, the straight changeup. He hadn't used it yet in this at-bat, and what does he do? He uses it, pulls the string, and gets the big strikeout.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and striding in the speedy second baseman, Jose Altuve. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Hey, he's looking to punch out the side right here. And if this guy's going to do him favors and swing outside the zone, that's exactly what's going to happen.
There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
There seem to be different philosophies on it. So, Dan, what was your approach at 0-2 counts?
My philosophy is this. I think the last thing you want to do is throw non-competitive.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Stepping in and ready for another.
Leading up for Colorado, designated hitter, Ray Torres.
Riding in once again, Dazzy Dalton. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fouled away. On a good curveball gets him swinging for out number 1.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Standing in now, Jordan Alvarez. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down.
Boy, he's got great stuff today, doesn't he? That's 7 punch-outs now here in the middle innings. He's up over 1 inning up to this point. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can change their plan of attack and start to put the ball in play. But right now, that's just not happening.
Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1.
Oh, man, he's got out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
1-1 to count. Now here's the pitch. Grounder down the line at third. But a foul ball. 1-2 now. The 1-2. Fouled off. Here he comes again. 1-2. A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul.
Keep battling, young man. 3 foul balls in a row. He is calibrating that heater and the off speed. Let's see if he can catch something on the barrel.
Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Down the third baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Here's another 1-2. He struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Astros. They trail things here 2-0. So
leading up for Colorado, center fielder Esteban Ruiz. Leading off for the Astros, third baseman, Isaac Kennedy.
Here comes the first pitch. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike. Popped him up. Munkauskas is there. He's got it one away. Now at the plate, Christian Walker. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike one.
I know he stole a strike right there, but he better be careful with that curveball. That's coming across and catching a lot of plate. And if he stays back, he's going to drive that thing with some serious authority.
And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Here's J.D. Martinez. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Just missed with a breaking ball.
Hey, he's close to having another quick inning right there with 2 quick outs. He's been very economical with his pitches, and if he continues to go like this, the bullpen might get a day off.
2-0 now. Now the 2-0 home. Is swung on and missed, and that's strike one. Astros still have yet to tally their first hit in this one. 3 balls and a strike to Houston's left fielder.
He's had command of his pitches all day, hasn't walked a soul, but we find ourselves in a 3-ball count here. Want to see how aggressive he gets in the zone.
Got his pitch on 3-1, but this is a routine fly ball out to straightaway center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Astros go down 1-2-3. They're still down. It's 2-0. Ready for another chance, Ryan Munkauskas.
Third baseman, Ryan.
Ready for another shot now, Wyatt Schmidt. First offering on its way. Line drive to center field. Dalton is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. Settling in now, Greg Torres.
Play ball. 3.
Here's Javier Baez looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit hard, but this will be a foul ball. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And the 0-2 here is fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. The 0-2 once more. Is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Stepping in now, Austin Romine. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And a breaking ball is bounced out towards second. And there are 2 away now. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Here comes the first pitch. And he fouls this one off. And a curveball, 79 miles an hour. It's in there 0-2.
I know to the fans that probably looked like something good to hit. But unless you're sitting breaking ball right there, I don't care if it's middle of the plate. That's a tough pitch to pull the trigger on.
Another 0-2 home. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
This is a big out to get right here. This is their best hitter. He's a great hitter, and he's a guy that kind of spark plug. He gets this team going. So if I'm on the mound right now, you really want to try to get this guy out to hopefully keep them from getting a potential big inning started.
And he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown, as he's now gone through 6 innings without allowing a base hit. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. They're down 2-0. Brad Will is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 38, Brad Will.
Into the box. Ender in.
Leading up for Colorado, the left-hander, number 11, Ender Inciarte.
Into the box now, Dazzy Dalton. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit sharply on the ground. And that's a base hit. So the no-hit bid ends here in the 7th. They finally break through for their first hit of the ball game, so the no-hit bid will end right here.
Yeah, Matty V, and this is when you start thinking about that no-no. You get into the 7th inning, D-Row. As a pitcher, you start looking ahead to what might happen.
And that donut stares at you from an offensive standpoint as well. This guy's had his A game. You can't deny the fact that he's pitched a heck of a game, but from an offensive standpoint, you never stop grinding to get a crooked number up on that board.
And he misses with it, 1-1. Dalton aboard here at first with nobody out. And tough fastball to lay off on 1 and 2, but he did, and it's 2 and 2 now. Now a throw over, back in standing. The 2-2 one more time. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
He's just bringing up strikeouts left and right. But what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
Here's Mookie Betts. This is in the air out to right field. Hilliard is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Stepping in, Isaac Paradis. He hits with 2 away as they continue to trail in this close game.
Well, Matt, this has been a big. He's had to face the middle of the order, and so far he's held them at bay.
Yeah, this feels like the kind of inning we'll look back on at the end of the game, even if the result of it changes dramatically here. And prior to the 0-2, a move to first. And the runner will get back standing. No runs, just 1 hit, 1 error so far for the Astros. Snap throw from the catcher, not in time. Ready on 1 and 2. Missed with a breaking ball.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Astros leave 1. They trail it here 2-0. Ryan Abreu has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Ryan Abreu.
Stepping up now, Wyatt Schmidt.
Catcher, Wyatt Schmidt.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Ruiz rounds third and is digging for the plate, and the runner is in from second.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part.
Striding into the box.
Leading off for the Astros.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know, that old slogan, a bloop and a blast, they could certainly use that right now.
First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss.
This is the bugaboo on the offensive side. You want to stay in there and work a guy's count and hopefully get into the bullpen. But when you find yourself 0-1 every time, hitting becomes even more difficult.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. The next 0-2. And the changeup is way low that time.
Hey, if he's going to offer at a fastball above the zone, why don't you just continue to climb the ladder? Don't be shocked if he goes even higher with this next pitch.
Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
He's been in total control out there tonight. Gets the leadoff guy with a strikeout there, and it just seems like we've seen so many off-balance swings and weakly hit balls in this one.
Started that swing a bit too early.
I don't know if this is great deception by the pitcher, great arm action, or just bad offensive approach. They got to find a way to get something in his zone. Somebody's got to be willing to take a pitch, maybe move something the other way to kind of calibrate what the strike zone's going to be.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location, and the big key, with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
Next will be the designated hitter, Javier Baez. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
And this is taken outside for ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Pulled high in the air out to left field. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. He's through 8 with the shutout. A beautiful look there at the downtown aquarium here in Houston as we welcome you back to baseball on MLB.
Riley.
At the plate, Ryan McMahon. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Now time granted here at the plate as he'll step out of the box. Colton Walker.
Hitting for Colorado, number 5, Colton Walker. Leading up the bottom of the ninth inning for the Astros, catcher.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Nick Aragon takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A knee-high sinker. Tough pitch. Strike 1.
Somebody needs to go rattle the cage right here. Take the bats and start throwing them all over the dugout to get these boys going. If this continues, I guarantee you see a different lineup tomorrow.
And there's one down now. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Right there for strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. Oh, he has him looking silly here. It's 0-2.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly you just looked on that last pitch.
Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
Into the box, Dazzy Dalton. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. Popped him up. Munkauskas has room in foul territory. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Well, as a former pitcher, you know I love these low-scoring games as opposed to those slugfests. This was like a throwback game when home runs weren't so common and pitching was really dominant. No complaints here.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game. And this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Some guys just seem to thrive under the bright lights of the World Series while other guys fade into the background. He was brilliant in this one, and this is some well-earned recognition.
And tonight's ends as a 3-0 shutout win. Colorado get the win to jump out to a 2-0 series lead. Pee Wee Bones gets the double. MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 3 of the World Series between the American League's Houston Astros and the Colorado Rockies.
Leading off tonight for Houston, second baseman, Jose Altuve.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Strike one to start the at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. A changeup that just nips the outside of the zone.
Great job on those last two pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Here's the first pitch to him. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike one. Bases are empty, one man out. Little dribbler down the line. That winds up foul. Here it comes, 0-2. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there, 2 away.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
The 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Hey, he caught him off guard right there. I like that pitch. High fastball executed. I know he's known for the sinker ball, but if he can get some eye levels up and down, he's going to have some success.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think, if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Another 0-2. Hard on the ground toward short. Oh, what a dive. The throw to first. It's there, and he's out. The defense on display on this beautiful diving stop at short. Bottom of the first, straight ahead. We're scoreless on MLB Network. And here's a look at the Rockies lineup card for this one. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, you better be careful when dealing with that 5-hole hitter. He's hit 6 home runs in his last 10 games, and they're
Play ball. Leading out for the Rockies, center fielder, batting fifth, catcher, Wyatt Smith.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
Hey, this pitcher better watch himself right here. The way this guy's swinging, he's got aggressive things on his mind.
Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left. No chance at bringing this one back. Into the bleachers and gone. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. His first homer so far in the series. And the Rockies have now taken a 3-0 lead.
I can tell you one thing. You might get away with throwing a ball in that location in the minor leagues. But when you get one up like that in the zone right over the plate against these guys.
Batting fifth, left fielder.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Mookie Betts. He'll lead it off here to begin the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs. but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
1-0 the count. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Popped him up. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. The 1-1 home. Liner towards second, but this will be gloved out there at second as he didn't have far to go for the out.
Batting fifth, third baseman, Isaac Paradis.
Now at the plate, Isaac Paradis. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the first pitch to him. Grounded up the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a little tapper. Foul ball, strike 2. The next 0-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. And with 2 away, let's give you one more look at the pads these two teams took to get to this Game 3 of the World Series. Digging in now, Christian Walker. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. And that sinker misses at the shoe tops, ball 1. A ball and a strike to count to the Astros first baseman. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
You know, on a cold night like this, I think you're going to see him continue to elevate pitches and let these guys just fly out to the warning track.
Into the corner and slicing foul. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
I got to commend him for being a really tough out right now. Not everyone will battle like this with 2 outs and nobody on.
And it's fouled away. Another full count offering on its way. And this one misses here. A close pitch on 3-2, but Clyde Washington rules it ball 4.
Well, he gives up the walk, but that was a really good pitch. Might have been just out of the zone, but not by much. A lot of guys would have gone fishing for that pitch, so sometimes the hitter just outlasts you.
And that brings in the speedy Raul Mondesi Jr. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Walker leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. 1 left for Houston. They trail in this one 3-0.
Leading off for the Rockies, right fielder.
The pitcher, Kyle Sterling, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. Here comes the first pitch. Swing, and oh my, hit him with the high. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. His first homer here in the series. And the Rockies are opening things up now. It's a 5-0 ball game.
He might have thought he was going to fool him with a first pitch bend.
Let's play ball.
Now batting, center fielder, Esteban Ruiz.
Ready now, Austin Romine. And his guys have quite a hill to climb. Down 5-zip here in the early going.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning.
Batting ninth, the pitcher number 62.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Parker Bridwell. First pitch on its way. Sharp slider that time, just missed inside. Astros still have yet to tally their first hit in this one. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck. A ball and 2 strikes to the Astros pitcher. And a swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Changeup in for a strike. 2 out, nobody on. Popped him up. McMahon has a play. And the inning is over. Astros go down 1-2. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Wyatt Schmidt. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
And in that last at-bat,
swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. A leap, but he won't get it. It's off the wall. The relay, but he'll be in there with a double.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that
So here now is the pitcher, Kyle Sterling. He hit a 2-run jack in his first at-bat.
And hey, it was a breaking ball to boot. This guy's a pretty good off-speed hitter. You could tell by that last at-bat he wasn't fooled at all. He sat back, waited, got the breaking ball, and didn't miss it.
Center fielder, number 1, Esteban Ruiz. Your attention, please.
Into the box now, Dazzy Dalton. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th. First pitch coming, here it is. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets fouled. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. Stepping into the box, Jordan Alvarez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. So here's the cleanup hitter, Mookie Betts. His guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. The fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. The 1-1. A little bouncer. That winds up foul for the second strike. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. Ready once again, Ryan.
Leading off the 4th inning for the Rockies.
Now batting, Wyatt Schmidt. Already a home run and a double for him in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Line towards center field. Dalton is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
Left fielder, Ender Inciarte. Leading off for the Astros.
First offering on its way.
Isaac Kennedy.
Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
Fouled away. Now the pitch. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game. Stepping into the box, Christian Walker threw a base on balls his first time up. A ball and no strikes.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
The 1-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Yeah, Matty, he's had these guys on the proverbial rocking horse all night. Changing speeds, hitting every quadrant. He's tough to hit.
And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. Count holds at 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. A bouncer to the left side. And that's the second out.
Now batting.
And that brings in the speedy Raul Mondesi Jr. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. No runs, no hits, and 2 errors thus far for the Astros. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. Two and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch? A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Astros go down 1-2-3. They need to get something cooking here.
Leading off for the Rockies.
So striding forward now, Kyle Sterling.
The pitcher, number 30.
And the pitch.
Kyle Sterling.
Hit out towards second. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in.
Hey, I've been impressed with this guy. Not only has he thrown the ball well, but now he's mixing in a base hit.
Ruiz.
Now to the plate, Austin Romine, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And a check swing here, but he pretty clearly broke the plane, and it's 0-2 now. Fouled off. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame. J.D. Martinez will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
J.D. Martinez.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The windup and the 0-1. And low, it's a ball and a strike. One out, nobody on. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame.
The second baseman, number 27.
Digging in once again, Jose Altuve. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
The 1-2. And he fouls this one off.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
And this is fouled at the plate. And he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown, as he's now gone through 6 innings without allowing a base hit. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Brad Will gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of...
Will.
Now at the plate, Wyatt Schmidt. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Pops this one up. Walker is there, 1 away.
The left fielder, number 11, Ender Inciarte.
Now at the...
Leading out for the Astros.
We're moving right along into this one as we head into the late innings. Listen, if you want to score, you're going to have to bunch some hits together, and they haven't been able to do that so far. So hopefully this leadoff guy, this will be the right guy at the right spot to get something going.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. Little chopper back to the mound. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Next up for the Stros, Jordan Alvarez. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
Well, he got the leadoff guy in the inning on a ground out, and now he's 0-2 to start this at bat. Really sharp so far to start the seventh.
Got him. So that's the second out of the inning, and he's 7 outs away now.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location, and the big key, with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
First delivery to him on the way. Now a swing and a fly ball. Hilliard on the move, but this will land out there just foul. The windup and the 0-1. Started that swing a bit too early.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them.
And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. Digging in and looking for more, Kyle Sterling. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned a chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
Flying toward right center. So he'll add 1 to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits in this one.
Hey, have a day right here. 3rd knock of the game for the pitcher.
Play ball.
Esteban Ruiz.
Striding in for Houston, Isaac Paredes. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
The windup and the 0-1. And it's fouled away. Looking to send him packing again. Popped him up. Schmidt over to his left. Makes the play. 1 away. At the plate, Christian Walker. He was a ground-out victim last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Started that swing a bit too early. No runs, no hits, and 2 errors thus far for the Astros. Hit back up the middle. Base hit, and the no-hitter comes to an end here in inning number 8. So these fans will not get to see history here after all, as the here comes Clint Hurdle now up out of the top.
Pitching for the Rockies, number 62, Francis Alonso. Now batting, catcher, Wyatt Schmidt.
First pitch on its way. On the ground to third. Fielded cleanly. Altuve for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that. A look there at the Daniels and Fisher Tower here in the Mile High City.
For Houston, number 8, Cam Eugene.
Aaron Bummer comes on from the pen, hoping to.
Aaron Bummer.
It seemed like everyone had a hand in this win, and that's usually the case when you win a game by 8 runs. Feels good to dominate a game like that.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game. And this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And, Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Some guys just seem to thrive under the bright lights of the World Series while other guys fade into the background. He was brilliant in this one, and this is some well-earned recognition.
9-1 is the way this one ends. The Rockies take a commanding 3-0 lead in this World Series. Kyle Sterling is credited. MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 4 of the World Series between the American League's Houston Astros and the Colorado Rockies. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
Leading off tonight for Houston, second baseman.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And there's the first out.
Batting second, center fielder, Andy Dalton.
First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a miss at a ball down. Dalton has what you'd call elite speed. His legs are a big part of his game on both sides of the scorecard.
This is one tool, Matty, I know nothing about. I used to get to first base, hand my batting gloves to the first base coach, give daps to the first baseman and be like, yo, what's up? This guy gets on first base and he's thinking about second and third.
Bases are empty, one man out. And here's a ball hit in the air. Hilliard on the move, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
Batting third, left fielder, Jordan Alvarez.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
You know, on a cold night like this, I think you're going to see him continue to elevate pitches and let these guys just fly out to the warning track.
1-1. Bases are empty here with two men out. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last three pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw three in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Astros go down 1-2-3. Into the box now.
Let's play ball.
Leading off for the Rockies, second baseman, Randy Rogers. Leading off for the Astros. Right
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a good curveball at the knees. Ripped down the line. And that's through for a hit.
Dan, you have to love it when your defense picks you up right there, keeping him at first base.
Boy, P-Roll, that looked like it had extra bases written all over it. Great job by the left fielder to get to that ball and get the ball back in, keeping that to a single.
Watches a fastball right there for strike one. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Betts gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Ruiz waits on it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 55, Christian Walker.
First pitch of the at-bat. Just a tick behind for a strike. Walker, a previous member of the Diamondbacks organization. He came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
And another foul ball. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. 2 away. Standing in, Javier Baez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. In there, strike two. Frozen for strike three, and that retires the side. Astros leave one. They're down 1-0.
Leading off for the Rockies, catcher Wyatt Schmidt.
First pitch on its way. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. So that puts the Rockies leadoff hitter aboard to start the inning.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that
the pitcher, Luke Guthrie, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation. So let's see if that is indeed on right here. Comes set. Here's the 0-0. And oh, this is off the second base bag. And that's through into center field. Base hit. Well, he thought about going for third, and now that runner's in no man's land out there. Is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down.
Number 7, second baseman, Brandon.
So striding in, Austin Romine, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Takes a knee-high fastball. Line drive, base hit. And close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number one.
oh man, I don't know how that happened. Looked to be a base hit to the outfield, but then all of a sudden the throw comes in and they get the force on the plate. To be honest, that just can't happen.
Into the box now, Ryan Weber, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. And that finds the target. 0-2 now.
These are the at-bats that can just flat out frustrate you. You go up there with a plan to work the count, and now you find yourself down 0-2 scratching your head because every quadrant's open for the pitcher.
Hilliard is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down. Striding in, Jose Altuve. He popped out in his first trip. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. Two out, nobody on. Come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting this baseball bat.
In now, Dazzy Dalton. No balls and 1 strike. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
This is why this guy is so effective. He's able to pound the zone, get ahead in the count, and now he has so many options to go to. I really couldn't tell you. It's a flip of the coin as to what he's going to throw right here.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1 left for Houston. They're on the short end of a 1-0. Here's in.
Leading off for the Rockies, left fielder, Ender Inciarte.
In now for Colorado, Wyatt Schmidt. He reached on a single in his first try.
Catcher, Wyatt Schmidt.
First pitch of the at-bat. Hit hard down the line. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Now that ball's hit well, deep down the left field line, headed toward the foul pole. Would have been a grand slam. Instead, it's a foul ball. The 0-2 delivery. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Alvarez is after it, and he makes the play, but this should extend their lead as the runner tags from third. And the runner from third crosses the plate. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Obviously, he's hoping for more up there with the bases loaded, but you can't be.
Now in the box, Jordan Alvarez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Case in point right there, Matty. We're seeing a trend, the north and south. A lot of pitchers working that elevated fastball and then breaking stuff off in the dirt. We used to see east-west, not the case anymore.
He throws him on the breaking ball that time. Jordan Alvarez goes quietly leading off the fourth. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Missed with a breaking ball.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. No runs, 2 hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Snuck that high, hard one by him without a swing, but that's a pitch and location he can do a lot of damage with. Got to be careful doing that.
Changeup inside. They lost him, ball 4. Digging in, Isaac Paradis. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's set and the pitch. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss.
Great job of getting back in the zone with a hard fastball after the walk. I think he might have let a little frustration out with that pitch.
Behind 0-2 now. Tried to work it back to that low inside corner, but it misses. 1-2. And good take that time on a low breaking ball. 2-2 now.
Hey, I don't mind those pitches down below the zone trying to go for the strikeout right there. But you find yourself in a 2-2 count right here. Interested to see what he goes to.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
That's just quality pitching right there for that strikeout. As we look at all 5 pitches, notice the location, all 5 down in the zone. Some guys are real good low ball hitters, but more often than not, keeping the ball down is going to lead to a lot of success on the mound.
Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Ready with the 0-2. Hard hit toward the hole. McMahon's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired.
Leading off the 4th inning, right fielder.
One of the keys to securing a win.
Play ball 3.
Into the box now is the Colorado pitcher, Luke Guthrie. He singled his last time up. From the stretch, here's the pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Back goes Betts. He leaves his feet, but it's off the wall. He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing. And the throw in gets away from him. And he will make it up to third base, as that is a gift there off of what was a terrible throw.
Of course they feel good about the triple, but I know how manager's thinking. He's in the dugout wishing.
Play ball.
Leading off for Houston, shortstop, Javier.
Professor Diddy gets the call from the bullpen to pitch in relief.
Now pitching for the Rockies, number 36, Professor Diddy.
Here's the first pitch to him. And that one stayed too low, apparently. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Somebody needs to go rattle the cage right here. Take the bats and start throwing them all over the dugout to get these boys going. If this continues, I guarantee you see a different lineup tomorrow.
Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Stepping in now, Austin Romine. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Ryan Weber, comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. In there at the letters 0-1. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Very weakly on the ground. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. They trail it here 3-0. Robert Gesellman, the 6'4" right-hander, comes in out of the bullpen.
Number 45.
At the plate, Wyatt Schmidt earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. First pitch on its way. And there's a line drive, base hit to left field. So he delivers with 2 away, and the bottom of the 5th marches on.
He wasn't letting that one go. Jumped on the first pitch right there and drove it into the outfield for a base.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. And Dan, he and his fellow top-of-the-order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action. And they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. Fastball swung on and missed for the first down.
This is what a power pitcher will do to you if he executes his pitches. That was a 3-pitch strikeout, and with the kind of stuff that he has, it's not uncommon for him to absolutely dominate certain guys.
Standing in now, Dazzy Dalton. No balls and a strike to count. And another strike. Good fastball under the hands. It's 0-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Wow, talk about mowing him down. How about 2 strikeouts on 6 pitches? He isn't messing around, and these last 2 batters have had no answer for what he's throwing up there.
Here's the first pitch to him. And the changeup just missed the inside corner.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
Swing and a miss, 1-1. No runs, 2 hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. Popped him up. Tovar is under it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Standing in, Professor Diddy is getting his first plate appearance of the game here in the 6th. And this will ricochet off of him on the mound. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
I know that has to be frustrating from pitchers.
Second baseman, Brendan Rodgers.
So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Mookie Betts. It was a walk in his last trip.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Ruiz racing back on the warning track. He makes the catch.
Up next for the Astros.
So digging in now, Isaac Paredes. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. First pitch on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. A ball and a strike. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. 1 out, nobody on. That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
There's a swing and a high pop-up. And he'll put this away for the 2nd out. So stepping in, Christian Walker. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. Rounded down the third baseline. But this will get foul for strike 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Astros. They trail in this one 3-0. Riley Farrell gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7. Striding in for the Rockies, Wyatt Schmidt, couple of singles to his credit thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Hit high and deep to left field. Alvarez going back to the track, to the wall, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A solo shot here to left, his second home run of the series, as the Rockies have taken a 4-0 lead. Ryan Abreu comes on.
Pitching for the Astros, number 66.
Digging in, Professor Diddy.
Up pitcher number 36, Professor Diddy.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Dalton is there, and the inning is over. Leading off the inning, Javier Baez, and they'll need him to get something going here.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Two balls and a strike to Javi Baez.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his third tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Sliders in for a strike. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
I mean, these guys look more like lumberjacks than professional hitters right now. They're hacking at everything.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. J.D. Martinez will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
J.D. Martinez.
Looked like he was swinging no matter what that time as he goes way out of the zone at that offering. It's 0-1. Will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Behind 0-2 now. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 3 up. 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Back with more of game. Brandon Woodard is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the.
46, Brandon Woodard.
Play ball. 3.
Leading off for the Astros, second baseman,
Nick Aragon comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Nick Aragon.
Here's the first pitch. A little bouncer. Foul ball, however, strike one. Now the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Here's the first pitch. There's that little sinker right over the outside corner. Bases are empty, one man out. A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled off. He struck him out. The third time he's fanned in the game.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
Stepping up to the plate, Jordan Alvarez. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. The 0-1. Fastball down near the shoe tops. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
Hey, hats off to the pitching staff right here. They've been able to hold a hot hitter in check in Game 4 this series.
Last strike now for Houston. Struck him out, and it's over. They are World Series champions.
Well, they just clinched the World Series title in front of the home crowd, and no doubt about it, this town is going to be rocking and rolling tonight, just like this stadium is rocking right now as they celebrate something they'll remember forever. They are the World Series champions.
Back now on the show. More reactions now to this series-clinching victory. And down on the field, we'll get a chance to watch the presentation of the Commissioner's Trophy to the new world champs.
Final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Rockies. 4 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They left
Hey there, baseball fans. Justin Allegri. The season is still young. Let's check out some of the results from yesterday. Starting in the National League West, the Giants earned the 4-game series, push past the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine 9-1. Heading into the day, the Dodgers sit in last place in the National League West division, while the Giants are atop the division. The Cubs took down the Fish in Miami 3-2. Entering the day's action, the Marlins sit in first place in the National League. It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting out in the NL West, the Mariners combined to allow only 4 hits as they toppled the Rockies 10-1. In the stand. The final postseason teams are jockeying for position. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting out in the NL West, the Washington Nationals knocked out 12 hits as a team as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 10-7. At the start of the day, the Rockies are atop the NL West. They hold a comfortable 8-game advantage, while the Nationals are in second place in the NL East. They're 15 games back. The Padres launched 3 home runs as they stole one from the Diamondbacks in walk-off fashion, 10-8. As of today, the Padres sit in second place in the National League West Division, yet they currently lead the race for the National League wildcard. While the Diamondbacks are at the bottom of the division, they're over 20 games out of first. Yogi Yamamoto twirled 8 shutout innings before turning it over to the bullpen as the Dodgers defeated the rival Giants 4-0. As of right now, the Giants sit in 4th place in the National League West. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Dodgers are 3rd in the division, but they currently hold a spot in the NL wildcard race. The Miami Marlins held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 7-1. Entering the day's action, the Mets sit in last place in the National League East, 20 games out of first, while the Marlins Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Inside the Show, your source for all postseason news. Here's a recap of yesterday's playoff baseball. In the American League wildcard game, the White Sox hit 3 long balls as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto, stamping their ticket to extend their season and play in the upcoming American League Division Series. Thanks for joining me. That's all for today's postseason recap. Same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games.